Gotta say.
Yeah, nice couple of shots. Especially this second one as well. I don't know why we're trying to fight here.
Yeah, that's...
For Wasso, it just feels like such a lost cause. We just don't need to.
Yeah.
Because even if we leave him to his own volition, it's going to take him like 5 to 10 seconds to get over there and even contest him in towards top con.
No, you don't need to. You're
There's
right.
a risk for no reason.
5-4. So 9C finally in a bit of a lead here. Good trade, but even better for Martineza. It's going to be the 5-7 here. Okay, and the Deagle. They really wanted to punish that 5-7, but he's got a teammate with him.
He's got the ult.
Right.
Oh.
No. Again, we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, but hold on. Bomb looks like it's going to get away. I was going to say there was a chance that it was going to get caught, but I think he's going to make it out.
It's too slow.
Yeah, it's because he can't really run, right? If he runs and somebody stops on the other side, then they're going to hear it.
Good thing is that ultimately in this round, the orb's recoverable. He's still just in towards bottom stairs. So even if they do, you know, go towards B, for example, and just get a bump on, just pick up the orb and save. It's so easy in that sense. Still might be a chance of a fight here. It's a pretty strong position if they were to finish towards A. The way they're setting up, I don't think that's going to be the case. And this is where we look at, like we said, just saving this orb. Keep hold of it.
Yeah, you're right.
An AK now as well for SDY to work with. If Dave just doubles back towards stairs, simple as. They still might give it a go. I mean,
There's
rotating over.
There's a world in which Glaive hits the timing right. When one of them is planting, it's essentially 1 versus 1. The 5-7 is right there. That's the kind of range. Like, if he gets that shot, it's on. SDY, you don't have the kits. Oh, no. This is kind of risky.
No, they're going to buy towards next round anyway, so I guess in this sense, it's sort of thinking, why not? But Martinez got shot quick. You know.
He definitely knew. Also, you can't buy the AK. Oh,
yeah.
Right, so, I mean, fair enough. I don't hate the fact that he tried it, but rounds where you say maybe just chill out. There. Regardless, a nice lead here. 9C, they're starting to actually do it together. They did not look like themselves at the start of this game. They took pretty much an entire map to wake up. But now they're starting to feel a little bit more. They've come alive here on the stage in Finland.
They've guaranteed, at the bare minimum, a high game in the turn of the half, which on T side of Mirage, one of the more secure maps in the pool, that's honestly pretty good. We are seeing N start to falter just a little bit. I mean, Pony's not looking bad, that's for sure, but the rest of the team a little bit quiet by their standards. We see a bit more SDY in a really good first map. So we're looking at him to deliver, when on the flip side, someone who had a bad first map who's now looking great. Martineza, fantastic stuff from him. 6-4.
Yeah.
Ent can't afford to let a 9Z go up towards 8. I think that's sort of where it becomes towards the point of unrecoverable.
Yeah, I think that's...
If it's like a 7-5, in like a worst case scenario, that's fine. They would love to make a 6-all, but it's gonna require this one and the next.
Incendiary there behind the boxes, doesn't really do much of anything. Gotta be careful of making a jump. Martinez was holding it already, and he's in the kind of mood where he's probably gonna hit those shots. So don't want to give away the early kills.
There's a nice little double stack here. First is good. It's the second falling off. They might not expect him, and they don't. So Exaspersky gets away, and he repeats it and finds. Great work. How he gets away with a second, he surely should be traded there, but he isn't. Now a tough 2v4. Martinez with the AWP in towards B apps and the rifle all alone. Glaive wants this fight as well, especially if he gets up close.
Oh, we saw him. I don't think Glaive should be repeating this. I don't think it's worth it at all. This is not the Martinez from the first map. He is the kind of player that can turn this kind of around back on the side of 9C, so don't get too frisky with it. Cody with a good shot, and Martinez, I mean, he has the money to rebuy, but he might want to drop some AK so to some of his teammates, so yeah, they're a little bit of a weird position. They're coming for him. They're going to be circling his position at some point in the next 30 seconds. So either way, he's going to find his way out.
Martinez being held, and it's such an off angle. He's sort of aware of it, but the second he gets tagged, it's just going to make you sweat a bit. So at least that fifth there picked up by Ent. So the fact that it's so clean as well, I think, is the most important thing. They had used all of their economy coming in towards that round. If they had lost it, we're talking about them having not much of a buy here, and that's where we were saying this could be 8-4 towards 9Z. Thankfully, not to be. Really good starting towards the round. And a great double from Kaspersky over towards short. And that's basically what feels like wins on the round as well.
And Martinez had 8,000 or more at the start of this round, so he just dropped for so many people. That's why they're able to put this buy together at all. EDT coming up with a kill, but can he escape as well? Nate, who's on a mission and actually comes back, swinging with the Galil. I don't know how he wins that fight.
Makes you question as well, should Nate have been sticking around there as well? Oh, he does, and it will cost him his life.
He must have felt like he had such an advantage in that one.
Hang on, this is going to be heard here. This is a bad angle, yeah, Buddha for one. And Pody can't trade. He tries to catch him off guard, but I think they're a little bit shocked by that angle.
I mean, it almost felt like the footsteps that they were making on the CT side would have baited him into the AWP, which I guess it technically did, but the shot just failed. So it could have been a 6 setup, nearly a double for SDY. If he got that and stayed alive, I'd say it's still an interesting round, but with the young Finnish player here, I don't know how much he could really do. 50 seconds, they're also wrapping around to shoot him in the back, so doubt this is going to be working out. 9C should be able to find round number 7 for themselves. Oh, a grenade.
Oh, hang on.
Is it going to go around the box? It's not quite. So the bomb is planted. That would have been so sick. But instead, Zobik's going to be able to take him down. So 7-5 at the end of the half. For 9C, I mean, this is a great recovery. They were looking so bad in the first map, but now they're back. We'll see if it's enough coming into the second half right after the break.
Something tropical, soft summer breeze, an easy escape from cops.
Because your safety is our priority.
I can throw in a really big axe.
Free tattoos! You can explore 1,000 different places every day, Dom. Make sure it's with the Republican gamers.
For those who dare.
Good people, this might be the world's most accurate gaming mouse. It was specifically designed for pro level
Amazing, you ROG Harp Ace.
And it is indeed actually 54 grams on my scale. Love that.
Ace. Wow, first round, new mouse pad, and we ace.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready. This is really warming up here. We thought 9C were never going to make it here into the arena. They looked lost on the opening map, but here at map number 2, things started to shape up for them. They're really putting ends to the test, and we'll see if they can continue to do that. Second half is coming up now, and we are on Mirage.
Yeah, 7-5, of course, in favor of 9Z. 4 out of 5 over towards end. Single-digit kills in the first half. It's not exactly what we want to see. Side, so far, are struggling, bar Pody. Pody's looking very, very clean when he's given the opportunities. A pistol round here for ends, though, and we're absolutely back on the cards for that 2-0. You lose it, though, and then we can talk about the potential of the 8-5 turning 9-5, and that's where things start to become a little dicey. So, friends, a very, very important pistol here. Win this, and we put the pressure right back on the shoulders of 9Z.
Oh, absolutely. Anything can still happen. I think it's way too early to call this one. Gotta draw your attention to that smoke kit on Buddha, especially on a map like Mirage. There are so many ways to lose even after you planted the bomb here, because once that smoke goes up, it's chaos trying to stop someone from defusing inside. So it makes me smile whenever I see that at the start of the round, but we'll see if it actually comes into play here. They've got some good mid control. They're going to be splitting that A bomb site with a bit of an insurance policy in Natu up in the palace. So far, so good. Kaspersky coming up with one kill, but Buddha will take him down in return. Bomb plant available here.
Yeah, I felt like he didn't need to fight there as well. It's the first.
Maybe
just
not.
Hold and wait. If he just holds and don't go, it's so strong.
But now watch this. It is all, this whole round right now is about this. It's the only thing we're going to care about. He set it up for himself. There is a chance to use Max. Great headshots coming through. Take down two of them, but they're not through the wood yet. And Buddha's still trying to get closer. He just needs to get in position to throw that smoke on top of the bomb. And here we go. He's just thrown it in. 1 versus 3 for SDY, and is not enough. DGT will take him down, and the kit will do its job. 9C. Now they're looking good. Now there's a real chance for a third map.
Yeah, very important. Really well played. Just moving in through connector there as well. So important. Especially after Pody just gets a kill. Max has doubled. It's ultimately so important here.
Wow, we got Goosh as well.
Yeah, I know. He doesn't really seem to falter under that pressure, so really well played. In a big round, the only thing is bomb plant can mean a buy out 4 ends, potentially.
Surely, yeah.
Something they're going to go for here. So Pody towards the Galil, AK-47 out for Glaive and Natu. It will be the Eagles, but SDY and Kaspersky. This round, it changes things. Lose it, though, and that's when we're probably starting to already discuss Nuke.
Yeah, I think you're right. If it spirals now, it's going to be really hard to recover. Feels like 9C are starting to wake up way more.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the whole team. Max a little bit behind, but everyone else is actually at either 10 or 9 kills. So it's more of a full thing. Like Martinez, that was actually doing a lot of work at the beginning, but his teammates have caught up to him, and that's probably good news. Oh, I don't know why you would ever look away from that. That seems like such a risk. Trying to get in that sandwich position. They might make up for it anyway, but a scary way to start the round.
Play here. Towards Palace ball. On back. Easy with technically 2 in this position. Of course, Max plays via connector. I think control information is good. Bar, Delpan. Good work played. That's he'll deliver. The IGL stepping up. This is a shot though. He's help here. Why are we open to him? He completely allows him to double tag him up, and now Buddha's stuck in a really difficult 1 versus 3. Molly at the toes, burning to a crisp, but delivers on towards his kill, and somehow it doesn't spread. The second might, but he's got smoke.
Ah, the second Molotov hit. That's pretty brutal. Buddha gonna have to make his retreat.
Yeah.
There's no way out. That is, for Martinez, that's an incredibly uncomfortable position. Like, once he gets fired at, his problem isn't just that there's a guy in the palace. His problem is he knows that guy is going to call it into the people coming up from the connector. So he has to reposition.
Yeah.
And it was just really, really awkward. But great round here out of Ents. A much needed one. Bring it up to 6.
Yeah, the issue is as well, right? Because the way he moves, he sort of moves backwards over towards triple rather than going forwards. Because he actually has no idea. Someone moved out towards Tetris while they're playing a contact play here.
Yeah.
Is Kaspersky's kind of the first cog in what is this wheel of we're trying to get out via Rams and Palace together. So yeah,
Glaive in the middle. I mean, this is great work.
yeah, he's basically stuck in no man's land here. But leaving himself exposed is interesting, to say the least. But he couldn't really do anything else just because of the potential of what could be. And Buddha, yeah, he had no chance. Lucky he had a smoke as well. The Flames would have seen him off. Will be Ents. They get a 2-round game once again. There should be some level of investment coming through. I don't think we're quite into double eco just yet. With a saved gun as well, I think Buddha can drop 1 over. So we might see some sort of buy here. Hence why we probably had this pause to discuss, do we actually want to do this?
It's, especially when you're trying to sort of rally the team, it's always a bit of a difficult decision to make in some of these rounds.
Yeah, they go for it.
Scouts being picked up.
This is a ballsy call, right? Because we're losing this and Ents are tying the game up, right? So this is actually where it is. Massive risk versus reward. I mean, these South American teams, they love to go for these sort of force buys, but it feels for, I guess, more EU sort of minded like ourselves, it feels so risky for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, we see it quite a lot in South America. Some of the Asian teams as well. See Mongols were doing that for quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if the team enjoys playing this kind of forward Counter-Strike where you're really trying to crush them, I guess it does make sense, but it is risky. I do like this from Max. It looks like it's actually just a completely round winning position. They have no idea. Potty gonna get shot down. They'll get the kill. Actually, it could have been a double. It could have been way worse. So there might be a way back into this round here. Nature's gonna get one. There's a guy right underneath them. Oh, and that's gonna be a huge double. Missiles coming out here. SDY, you've got to finish that kill quickly. The grenade is gonna bounce in and take care of business. Back into a 2 versus 2, and they've got plenty of time left. They're not ready for Buddha. He nearly kills both of them. 1 versus 1 now. The M4 doesn't matter because there's no helmet on Max on the other side. So 1 bullet here. Kaspersky could get the job done. 40 seconds. He has an idea. He knows he's in the corner. And he gets it. The helmet absolutely wrecking Max there. What a tense way to lose that round.
Oh, man. Well played. Well played. The youngster does so well. So damn well. And for a moment as well, it looked like that sort of round with a bit of a lower buy was actually going to fall apart. And it very, very nearly did. But they get bailed out by the 17-year-old. Insane work from him as well. He just spotted the shoulder. And look what it means to ENCE 2.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, that basically means they should tie this game up, which still gives them the chance. Making, of course, towards those semis, eliminating 9Z, and doing it in 2 maps too.
They're gonna find an MTB bomb site here. Takes away a lot of the guesswork. There was a huge stack in the middle that they managed to avoid, so... Well, actually, now the stack's at B, so funnily enough, they kind of almost get the B-bomb site, but the rest of the team aren't there in time. That's a bit awkward, to be honest.
Yeah.
There is a Deagle on Max, so I think that's the chance for them to get back into this round. I say that.
Never mind.
Yeah, take it all back.
Oh, okay, we get one. A consolation. Just the end there. So a couple of kills. It's not actually terrible. For what is a low buy,
Yeah.
getting a couple of kills out of it, you don't mind that all too much. Martineza with his 2. Buddha should be seen off in just a moment as well. And the worrying thing now for 9Z, you know, we were talking about a couple of players of them who were looking really good in that first half and starting to deliver and starting to find form, this, that, and the other. The issue is they've actually really quieted down, right? And I think that's the real worrying thing for me. You know, we're seeing individuals like Buddha, for example, who traditionally isn't a numbers man on this side, but he was looking really good off the back of that first half. Not so much anymore. Martineza quieting down a little bit, especially quieting down in the impact moments. It's all well and good, he got 2 kills to pistol there, but it's a throwaway round, which means absolutely nothing to how this game is going to play out. So we need to see him start to find form in rounds like this. 4 by back in, 4 out in play. What have you got for us?
They do need it right now. They definitely do. Time is running out on this one. The ENCE come back already tying up the game. 8-8. They lose control now, 9C. I mean, ENCE look like a pretty focused team, so be careful. Cody playing in front of the home crowd. I mean, he's got 17 kills, 9 deaths. Like, he's loving the stage lights at the moment. Young player, and you never know how that's going to turn out. Like, that could go both ways, but he seems to be embracing it rather well at the moment. Bomb being brought back, but they are going to run into Max, who's already pushed down the ramp, so best fight is everything. Glaive, gun out and ready.
But then now what's the call for Glaive? Because the bomb was rotating back over towards ramp and being spotted in that fight. Yes, he wins it, but do he then commit? Still go here. Lasso. Poser, this is a really solid angle as well. Glaive should fall here. For damn sure, it's about can he get any more? No. Trying to double back. Cody will deliver. His 18th kill of the game so far. And 35 seconds. And 8 commit. And Orlando's absolutely no one's home. Molotov in towards CT. DGT can't really afford to fight, and a flash will deny any chance of it. This bomb should go down. This round should be done with the smoke in towards connector.
Yeah, oh, hold the phone. Martineza gets one there, and through the smoke, it's actually close to being some damage, but a nice shot. Kaspersky's taking down DGT, and they're going to roll it up there. They don't have money in the bank, so it's better for them to make the call, even if we'd love to see the attempted clutch.
I wouldn't mind seeing a hunt here from ENCE. We've got a little bit of money left in reserves, and I think we are going to see this. I like this call.
Right.
They know that 9Z are financially so unstable. It's pull by back in, and then back to an eco rinse and repeat. It's a brutal, harsh cycle. So I like the call down here. They know they've got money. They know they're going to have a buy regardless, so why not? Makes Kaspersky take a little slow on his pushing towards the absolute thing really at the end. 94 ENCE. They're close.
Oh yeah, they are actually closer than it seems when you think about Glaive having the gun out there, how fitting the Maui Goat sign was there. Someone who does watch Maui stream myself, I know that's actually something that he sometimes brings up quite a bit, this idea of having the gun out. Just like being ready to fight sometimes can be just a lot better than whatever else you might be doing in a moment. And Glaive, that's one of those positions where, if you're distracted and walking around talking to the team, looking at the radar, you're walking through T-spawn with the knife ready to go. That's one of those rounds you lose that round instantly. But gun out, ready to go. So is Pody. Taking down Martinez at the start here. Wowzo peek in the corner, and they're going to crab walk their way into that one. Absolutely did not want to have any business with that 5-7. 5 versus 3 now, and this is looking really, really good for Ents. They are well on their way. They could seal this off in a 2-0 fashion. 9C. Oh, how did they get back into this game?
It's true. That's the big question, isn't it? DGT. All scooped up. Lead over towards back triple as well. I think that tag might have been heard as well. Hence why Max gets spammed. The timing on SDY.
He knows.
Yeah, he must know. Must know. But DGT delivering as well. Tap on towards 1. Reaction not good enough. So 2 versus 3. 19 maybe made something of this, but they're low. Max is barely alive, and Buddha's not exactly healthy in his spot either. Swing and a find. Lines up 2. Runs out of ammo, so it's all down to Exaspersky in the clutch once again. 1 versus 1 for the youngster, and he knows as well. Doubles away. This gives Max a bit of a moment to look as well, but in the open, don't start messing around now.
Yeah.
Still tagged on the corner, and Exaspersky delivers another clutch. The 17-year-old delivers twice in this half, and Ents inch closer and closer to the 2-0. 9Z just don't seem to have his number.
Might be a young player, but asking the crowd for a bit of assistance there, that's a veteran play.
Yeah.
It can backfire though. I mean, it can be very hard to interpret. Like you're hearing the crowd going like, ooh, and then, which part did actually work out? But he got it over the line. Good job. Novice enjoying this so much.
Exactly. I mean, like I said, only 17 years of age. It's sick. Stepping up on the big stage. He's on 2 massively impactful rounds, but so far as a whole, he's actually looked like a very, very solid player. Tony finds himself, of course, second in terms of the frags over towards Ents, just behind Pody. I'd say just behind Pody. Sitting quite comfortably 19. Swirsky on 13. Getting close though. Ents 2 rounds ahead of 19, 3 rounds away from a 2-0 in this series, and moving forward on towards tomorrow. Buyout for 9Z is great, sure. But like we said, the issue is full buy-in, no success, ego, rinse and repeat. And they just can't afford to do it. Pody, full blind, through the smoke, and is blown open by the nade, gets the first as Max. That's not the way you want to start it.
What a cool protocol. They throw their own top mid smoke, and then they also blow it open themselves. So if you're in the window waiting, you're saying, oh, okay, well, that's the smoke,
And the great thing about it is you set the time of the fight.
Yeah.
Right? It's for Max, it's a reaction, but for Ents, we know when this is going to explode. It's perfect.
That's so sick. Very detailed. Oh, gotta be careful. He almost screwed up the timing there. Spursky would love to get him behind them, but it's not going to be happening. There's 3 people on the bomb side anyway. And in the meantime, we'll see if A2 can actually find a way. Pody just taking this on his own. He's got no backup. There's no one with a rifle nearby. It's just him with his trusty AWP getting the job done once again. 55 seconds here. And alone at the bomb site. Wowzo peek. He might get walked upon and see, there's no footsteps being made. He got the dink, but not the kill.
Yeah, these youngsters are really having a whale of a time in the server. Glaive's calling well, but he honestly does need to bring the numbers, and SDY's got a little quiet too, but...
Can they even save these guns? They're trapped in this corner.
Yeah, I think they're stuck here. This is really difficult. Exaspersky's making a bit of a move. The laser. I mean, holding. But look at the wrap as well, right? Everyone starts to realize where they are, and once again, this is where you do sort of have to hunt. And that's where it works. Pody for his third. And the last one of DGT. It feels like not long for this world. I don't know if he stays alive here. One towards the side, he's trying to maneuver around the pillars too. Surely it gets cleared at some point, but one. Scope it in as well. Pody wants to be careful, wants to get caught himself, and in the smoke, ships in a dive. They go past each other. He doesn't realize he might survive off not alone. Looks like he will. Very, very lucky man indeed. And Ents get within 2.
It's about as close as you can get, really, but yeah, good hunt. And getting the round to begin with. Trick at top mid. I bet we're going to see more and more teams trying to do that. It's very clever.
Like I said, it's just because for Max, it's a pure reaction player.
Yeah.
There's just no way you're going to win it out. It's a pre-aim in a sense on the side of ends, and obviously Pody is so quick, as we saw from that short fight. So it's really, really nice Counter-Strike.
Well then.
Look at the buy, dude. Look at the buy. A Scout, MP9. A couple of upgraded pistols.
It's not ideal, is it? It's not what you want.
It's not a full buy, I guess. So I guess it's okay. I mean, if you were to win this, right, it's not a full buy. It gives you a chance. Then you're going to have a bit of a reinvestment towards the next round. So I think they've taken a bit of a gamble, but not a full gamble, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate it. It's just benign to see what a shame it would be if they kind of ran out of steam because they just didn't have the money to keep it going. I do like this. They're walking into one pistol and GGT with that M4. So we'll see if they're going to be able to actually punch through this wall. The timing could be good here for Glaive. The spray, pretty nice. And the trade is there for Cody once again. That's his 23rd kill.
I love this as well. Hold for the lurk, hold for the rotates. Catches one, a second as well. Brilliant stuff. Martin, he's a nice shot though, in all fairness. He's not exactly giving up just yet, but he knows the possibility of a flank. His teammates are just falling. That man in top con. Yeah, wary of it, but it does not matter. Natu will see him off. One more round for Ents to lock it in here and move forward towards those semis. Eliminating 90 in a 2-0 fashion. 3-0 as well, if you include the best of one to kickstart this tournament. So
Yeah, you're right.
it really feels like Ents have 90's number. They just cannot seem to take down this side, no matter the map.
It's so cool, right? We knew that SDY and Glaive on the stage were going to be cool. We know they have the experience for it, but watching some of these kids stepping up right now and play like they are experienced pros is pretty damn sick.
That was close.
I mean, it might be getting a little bit of Bodie's head here. That's a wild attempt, but you know, I respect it.
But I think he hits it though.
I mean, how often is this guy going to be getting a chance to play in Finland in front of a home crowd and just, you know, taking down a team like this? In fact, it's really him doing it right now. It's going to be a long time before he could try this again. So he's living this to the fullest at the moment. I guarantee it.
I don't blame him at all.
No. It's going to be hard to go to sleep tonight for him.
Yeah.
Be a million thoughts in his head, but this is really cool, isn't it? Huge gap here. Ooh.
Miss smoke? Yeah, that was meant to be window smoke, I'm sure. And it just catches the right inside of that wall, so this could work against him as Max makes a move, but SDY was holding for that. Sort of utilizing their own mistake to their advantage up close though. Natu does get dropped as Wasso will set up and Max will deliver as well. Martin laser answers, and in a matter of moments it's left down to 2. This isn't easy. SDY is barely alive, 9 points of HP. And now 6 feet under. Pody, all that's left. I think for him, it's probably just the same, if he can.
Yeah, definitely. Glaive lacking a bit of money. They are kind of walking his way. Want to try and close the gap. I mean, they've got 4 people alive, so see if they can track him down. That one was a bit easy. 20 seconds. Still a 1 versus 3. If you had a lot more time, there was sort of maybe a way to turn that into an interesting round, but I think the time just makes it impossible to even attempt it.
Yeah.
Drop down, but he's well aware that they could be on him. See how close they want to get here. He's going to be safe. All right. They'll respect it. And the Orc will stay alive.
Yeah, he's lucky. He actually just finds the perfect gap. He'll stay in play. 90 aren't dead just yet. Up 2-9 as well. For the South Americans. And a lot more needs to be done. It's still map and series point ends. The back pause to be called here. Another opportunity for TGE to have a conversation, but again, there is so much they have to do. I think so many glaring issues that 90 needs to fix in terms of their confusion, the strat book, the game plan. I think just generally this slump at this side has been something they've been really struggling to fix, and well, we're still seeing it.
Okay, it's getting really, really tense right now. Ents, they obviously at this stage, they just need to close this out before we get into overtime, because overtime is a different thing. Like, a lot changes with some of these, with the lack of experience, some of these Ents players. It's one of those things that can really hit you when you have to go from you know, we're just riding the wave, we're winning, this is awesome. And then you have to say, oh, wait, we're not winning, and now we actually have to sort of reset everything. That can be hard emotionally to do. And a nice shot here at the start. That's Pody going down at the beginning. Martineza picking that one up, and a 4 versus 5 to begin with. Not the ideal start here, 9C. They just need 3 more rounds. Wire will bring it a step closer, though. Bring it back into a 4 versus 4. Bomb is still all the way in T spawn, so someone will have to sort of pull the plug and say, let's go back and pick that one up. Which can be a bit annoying, because they otherwise actually have all the positions they need right now for an 8 crunch. They just don't have the bomb.
My assumption is that's going to be Glaive, but Glaive actually goes forward. He catches Max. He also doesn't commit to going forward in more of a fight. The second Wasso peaks, he knows that he can just fall away. Kaspersky on his own, but a second behind it too. Surely, this is curtains here in our second best of 3 of the day. At 90, left down to 1. It's the star man, the talisman for this side of Martineza, but he has to pull off something absolutely heroic here. And in this 1 versus 4, it feels near enough impossible. Pody may be dead, but the rest of the youngsters have been stepping up in this round. The flash is perfect. The fight is there too. Glaive delivers. Hence a 2-0 here. And on home soil for Pody, he puts on a show for the fans here in Espoo. What a performance. And Ents looked revitalized.
Yeah, that is so sick. How often do you get a chance to play in Finland in front of a home crowd like this, and Pody just stepping it up in a massive way? What a revelation that is. And again, for this whole Ents project, I mean, it's been looking like a bit of a mess for a while, but this was really, really cool to see. So job well done. Unfortunately for 9C, they just didn't have that power that we normally see. I don't know what was missing today. Obviously on the first map it was Martineza, but for the second map, I don't know, they just don't look themselves.
It's true. It's very, very true. I think this is something that Desk brought up as well. This is a slug for 9C, and they've been really struggling. And this is an event where it can either make or break your mental a little bit. They've got some pretty important stuff coming up as well for the tail end of the year. And I just think at the moment there's a lot of issues glaring in this side that we haven't been able to overcome. But credit to Ents, right? You know, they're in a side where they brought in these youngsters in towards the team of Kaspersky and they too, around Pody, the academy graduate. And honestly, that young core looks really scary. All 3 of the youngsters stepped up in such a big way here. So an absolute credit to them. Glaive, I think, called a masterclass and at times played a bit of a masterclass too, but a lot of the limelight feels like it really has to go towards Pody. That map too from him, fantastic. He went 24 and 13. What a showing from him. Kaspersky as well, 17 to his name. Not bad either.
I mean, the way that I was playing out for Glaive in terms of the calling was really sick. You can see his team really trust him.
Yeah.
A lot of really cool things to look forward to. I hope they can do it again, but obviously, you know, the level of competition is going to increase quite a bit. I think we do have an interview ready down on the stage, so please take it away for us, Jasmine.
Goodness, you boys showed up and you certainly mean business, and the crowd were backing you all the way. But let's kick off the discussions with the fact that you guys playing Mirage. Were you expecting 9Z to pick Mirage given their recent poor performances on it?
I think we were expecting a bit of everything, to be honest. We knew that Mirage was an opportunity, but there was other maps also that could be picked by them. But they don't know much about us as well. I mean, we practiced once against them on Middash with this lineup, and it was pretty close, and they won. But we changed some stuff up after that match, and happily for us, it worked out.
Well, I got some spice for you, a little bit of information. Thorin, prior to this matchup, said that it's only a matter of time before Glaive has to either move to a full Danish roster or Ents fosters a full Danish lineup. What do you have to say to Thorin? Thorin said that.
Thorin, my boy. I mean, Thorin is a funny guy, you know, and he's making jokes. And I guess this is a joke as well. So I proved him wrong today. Hopefully I can do the same tomorrow.
I'm looking forward to it, but your opponent for tomorrow is going to be the Mongols. Talk to me, why do you think so many teams have been struggling against them recently?
I mean, they are really hitting really hard. And not only that, they're actually starting to play really good CS as well. It's one of the teams that you can actually look at and learn a lot from, I think, right now. Yeah, it's going to be a tough match, but I have beaten them before. I've also lost to them before, but tomorrow, for sure, it's going to be a win.
I'm certain with the Finnish crowd backing you, it could be an entirely different story, Glaive. Thank you so much for joining me. Go ahead and join the crowd. Richard, it is back over to you.
I just got Pesci. He's like, funny how? Am I funny?
Funny how indeed.
Yeah, I thought he was a funny guy.
Great to see the Finnish adopt a Dane and welcome them as one of their own. He did a great job today. I mean, let's we've got the highlights playing out. Again, Maui, I'll throw it up to you. Called a great game. You know, they had to come back. They had to dig deep. Played a great game himself.
Yes.
I'm not going to get carried away. He's only 9Z.
Sure.
It's lads, it's Tottenham kind of moment, but very impressive.
I feel like 9Z is a great benchmark team for Ents. I mean, in terms of the rankings, this is going to help them out tremendously. They're going to soar after this one. And integrating 2 new players like that, I mean, we saw how NIP struggled to integrate one person they're not supposed to be playing with. And so even though Ents knows this is going to be the lineup that they're moving forward with, for them to actually have acclimated so quickly, it already feels like there's cohesion in the mid-late round. They're always going for these active plays as well. Even the new guys, they're calling their own number. Natu was actually going for palace pushes on his own on those A-anchor defenses. And so, in all honesty, this might be a little bit of a honeymoon. There might be a little bit of a bolstering because of the crowd energy that's motivating them forward. But at the same time, there's a lot to work with this Ents.
Yeah, I think if they're able to go all the way here, and you know, I'd like to see them make heroic or somebody like that. At least Masters is the kind of tournament that when you're a starting player, you can start winning these kind of trophies. Then you can obviously translate that into maybe coming through things like the RMR, maybe having runs at majors.
Well, remember, at this event, unlike the big Tier 1 S tier event, it's really hard to make the playoffs of those. You can have an awesome tournament, upset people like a 9Z does. If you lose in the 9th to 12th match, you don't get to go to the stadium. Just being in a stadium with a crowd,
a lot
by
of
the way,
experience.
especially sometimes, even if like later on, maybe they'll be cheering against you. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they prefer Raw, as you say. So I also think just getting that experience and bedding you in is a big deal. Remember, before the tournament we showed you, they were number 69 on HL TV in the world rankings. They are clearly better than number 69. Yeah. And then, yes, right now, you have to now put them in their category. We're going to do this in 19 if they won. They are a dark horse to win this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, definitely right up there as well. We've got to talk a little bit about 9Z, no longer in the tournament. Obviously, it's been a real tough time for them. I think this is symptomatic of broader problems and, you know, they're probably going to have to seriously think about what they're going to do.
It looked like there was internal friction, quite frankly, didn't they?
Yeah. The body language really sucked. You know?
Yeah, even talking about them while we're seeing them live up there, they just look nervous. They just don't look like they have... Again, I'm going to go back to the same idea. It's just that their identity seems so convoluted right now. It's like Max will sometimes go for aggressive plays by himself. Martinez is kind of like in and out of doing it. It doesn't feel like they always know who's supposed to be the next point man in a round. Like, they're always seemingly trying to play to not make any mistakes, but it's like, if you don't take risks in CS2, the meta is, you gotta go for some push. You gotta go for a couple aggressive plays, and not just a solo walk push by yourself, something that's a little bit more coordinated, and for whatever reason, it's like if 9Z don't win the round in the first 30 seconds, they're not winning it at all.
Yeah. Any thoughts from you?
I mean, look, I did think the second half, as the score suggested, was way more competitive. There was even a moment where it looked like they were about to take control. They could actually Shroud take over, like every game except the one he did. And then, well, basically, I did think Martinez was cooking that point. By the way, they also got in a lot of, like, post-match scenarios, clutcher. They never won any of them. And I have to say that one round where they did the A-push from the Ents guys was actually the one that broke the game again. That was the moment that, like, sort of took away the momentum. And that point, you could see them turning of the tide. And then the difference is, I agree, whereas actually a lot of the 9Z players, they didn't know what role am I playing, am I the aggressive one, do I play often? All the players in Ents by the end thought they could win every round.
I mean, they're all also just calling their own number. Like, also, Ents have just so much... It's crazy that in the first LAN that this Ents team is playing together as a 5, they have triple the amount of flash assists that they do. Like, literally, the number is 2 to 6 for the series. Like, that's not okay. If you're 9Z, you need to be setting your teammates up a little bit more. And I think that Ents might be going through a little bit of a honeymoon right now. They're probably helping each other out a little more than they might, let's say, like 5 months from now. But either way, those kind of fundamentals, they should be embedded in the DNA of 9Z, and they are not.
Well, you've got some examples for us of these, you know, good fundamentals and the differences between Ents and 9Z today.
Yeah, I mean, one round that we're going to be going into is a little bit of just kind of a rollback from Glaive. But honestly, this was just a clown round. This was funny. Bosso Peak is trying to hold the lower position right there. Glaive just goes for a flank.
That's a tilter when you let the guy pass through and he kills your teammates in the
I
side of
know.
the head.
They honestly have no idea how
No,
this is
of
possible.
course,
The
of
timing
course.
was ridiculous on
Yes.
this one, and Glaive, yeah, he pops off. I think he gets 4 in the round here, but either way, I mean, for him to be doing this so early in the game, showing so much confidence, like, I saw Max trying to do stuff like this similarly when he was on 9Z, instantly punished, just instantly deleted from the server. Like, the thing is that 9Z, they weren't actually covering every single angle perfectly, and Glaive, how does he get away with it, honestly?
That's like something you can see happen in a pub, honestly, you know, kind of where you let the person get through. There was also another moment, I believe, that you wanted to highlight that you thought was pivotal.
Yes, yeah, I think we have another round that's going to be coming up here, and it's just that, again, the way that the players from ENCE are able to make a round out of thin air, like this felt like a pretty damning moment for 9Z, where the pure firepower from ENCE. Like, also, look at what this play is. You lose your 2 players as you're going for a mid-crunch, but the firepower behind them, and the fact that they're going for a team-executed play together. Like, again, this is the stuff that you expect to take some time. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a pure eco round, just some deagles and maybe a P250, and they're able to, just from thin air, just make sure that they're working together. And for whatever reason, you just don't get the same kind of vigor and teamwork out of 9Z, but it's like, all you guys have here on your edge, on your side, is the fact that you've been together longer, but ENCE looks like the better team. They have more cohesive.
Yeah, well, we're going to give our MVP award. That's
Pretty easy for this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, we've gone with Poddy, obviously, again, the hometown hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was great. I want to say, like, very surprised to see him, you know, at 20, so good with the crowd at the start with the pre-interview, really got people engaged with the game, and then wasn't phased at all. Obviously, the tech pause didn't get inside his head. He maintained his composure and just put up really, really good numbers. I mean, you know, across the series, 94.7 ADR is pretty wild. It was just great to see, and obviously this is the exciting thing about
And this is with the rifle, not just the only the AWP,
exactly.
so all the weapons, yeah.
Yeah, well,
AK here.
and we know there's a lot of fraudulent AWPers that can't rifle right now.
But enough about Fallen. Oh, sorry, he's actually fraudulent at open as well. My bad.
So you can see these highlights here. Maui, anything that stood out for you?
I mean, why don't we just ask the man himself? Why don't we just get it?
Bowie got nervous there.
giving the game
He
away.
felt awkward that the interviewer stood next to him. So he went,
Yeah.
oh gosh, Chad
All
is
right.
next to me.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it's a homecoming
Yeah,
prince.
here it
Oh,
is.
my
It
God.
is, Poddy is joining us on the desk. First of all, congratulations for your win. That must have felt pretty good.
Yep, it felt awesome actually.
How much are you hearing the crowd? Like, I mean, I'm sure the roar, the energy, like, how much of that is coming through right now, you guys?
A lot. I would say every round we heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice.
You know, I saw Kapersky trying to, like, you know, mouse over where the enemy is, and, like, are you guys hearing that?
Yeah, we heard it. We thought he was CD because Kasper was aiming there and the crowd was starting to make noises, so
Okay.
yeah.
You feel pressure because you're the hometown guy? Like what people would say, maybe ENCE wouldn't even have the crowd if you weren't here. You feel like you have to perform?
Not really. I mean, it just boosts my confidence, especially on the tech pause, like people were screaming my name and stuff, so it just boosted my confidence, I would say.
And what's it been like working with Glaive? Obviously, he talked a lot about how he was learning things from the young players as well. What have you learned from him?
A lot, like, especially outside of the game, that you need to stay calm and how to do that, blah, 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 and overall just better CS with structure and all of these things.
What sort of objectives are you guys outlining for yourselves in this season? Like, objectives, like
What are your goals?
What would have been a satisfying, like, even let's just keep it to this event. What was a satisfying finish for you guys? Because you're, you know, this is your first time playing with this family.
I would say it was just to play in front of the crowd, so that was my goal, so to say. Like, we had 2 weeks of practice before coming here. We have 2 new guys, first officials, so we can't have like too high expectations for this event.
So you guys have already exceeded them.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, well, look, just finally from me, obviously, I know you're going to be getting some rest and, you know, probably want to celebrate with the guys. Did you set yourself a target in terms of, like, you know, actually we should be winning this because we're better than the other teams here? Is that kind of the spirit in the camp at the moment?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we can win anyone and just have a good day. That's all it takes.
By the way,
Made a lot of fun.
I've got one last question. Is Glaive in this team trying to be like a mastermind? Is he trying to read everything and make insane calls?
I would say he makes like a lot of good calls, but he also gives like the right amount of freedom to players to play with intuition, to take timings, whatever. So it's not like he just controls everyone and what they have to do.
Yep. All right, well, look, I'll let you go and get some rest. It's been a long day for everybody, so thanks a lot for coming on the desk and answering all of our terrible, difficult questions. You enjoy yourself. We'll see you again a little bit later.
Thank you. See you.
So, anyway, we are now going to be showing you, this is what the playoff bracket situation looks like now.
Nice.
So, little bit of a much more difficult prospect for Ents. They're going to be taking on the Mongols, who many people have earmarked as favourites. Although, you know, listen, I've been impressed with Rourke. I'm kind of like you. I think especially with the run that they've just had at Rio, I don't think you can write them out. Bait have made a fan of me today with what they were able to do. That heroic Bait game, I think, is going to be a straight-up banger. And obviously, Mongols versus Ents. Ents going to have that, you know, crowd buff. That's going to be spicy as well. So really looking forward to both of those series. What do you guys think?
I'll also say, if you are a new team like Ents, who is still figuring out the protocols and what your map strengths are, Mongols is actually a team that will give you a chance to play. They essentially are the type of team that like to stand and bang. They're just the guys who like the brawly style. And so if your players pop off like they did today, you've got a chance. The team's going to play super slow and structured, so you can have a crack at it potentially.
Yeah. I just feel like right now there's a lot of reasons that you could probably say 3 of the teams are going to make it. Ents are definitely going to be the underdogs, but I feel like with how Bait's playing as well, I really liked how they've looked online, and now that they've shown that they can do it at least in front of some semblance of crowd. I mean, they were against the Yano fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Like they were,
it was
and
pressure.
Potty's just talking about the fact you can hear the people here. Like you're pretty close. They're pretty darn close to you. So.
And pretty darn good. Which makes a difference.
That was like my only concern with Bait. Like, are they going to crumble? Like, most of these guys, it's their first real LAN, and so they showed today that that's not necessarily going to affect them if they're just the head and shoulder better team.
All right, then, guys. Look, it's been a pleasure to roll back the years. And so obviously we are going to close out the show. Is there a final thought from you, Duncan? I know you like to get the last words.
I would just say today was about seeing who the dark horse are. I think the 2 best teams made it straight to the semis. By the way, even perfect, we can set up the final we want. But if you think of any other option, like I said about Bait, maybe they're a team that actually will surprise and make the major. If they were to somehow win this event, it would be exciting for them. On the other side,